Welcome to episode 245 of Say Like a Champ. It's your boy A-Dub.
Hey, what's up, SLAC fam?
Back again.
Yes,
And
sir.
in prepping for the show today, too, I realized 245, we're only 5 episodes away from 250.
Yes, sir.
We like to celebrate all of our milestones, so we might have to try to get together a special SLAC edition for that one for sure. So that's what's up, though.
Uh-oh. Did I lose you?
Oh, am I freezing? My bad. And
There
we
you
also
go.
got Kelly.
You were good. All right, cool.
Cool. Back again. My bad. But do want to welcome everybody joining us live. We appreciate having you guys as part of the show. So keep the comments coming and rolling. And also we want to acknowledge, though, our viewers that can't catch us live, but watch us on the replay on YouTube or listen to the Apple iTunes. We see our numbers over there doing work. So we want to give you guys a shout out as well. We appreciate the support. That being said, Strizzy, what's good with you? Let's do a quick check-in.
Nothing much, man. You know what I'm saying? Same old. Just I started a new, not really a new, but another line of videos, if you will. So I have another page on Instagram called Strizzy Lifts. Same thing for Instagram. So I'm starting a new kind of fitness channel for both of those. So you know, everything fitness from lifts to fitness advice. Funny videos in the gym that I'll be doing as well. But so starting a new venture there.
Dope.
Trying to keep up with all these things that people keep sending me that I gotta do videos for and stuff like that. So like everything's moving in the right direction. That's definitely for sure. So I'll just try to keep up with all this crap they keep sending me.
That's what's up, man. Full-blown influencer mode.
Much, man. How about you, man?
I love it. Everything's good, you know, and very, very blessed. I can't complain. But I did see that video earlier, and I was like, oh, Strizzy Fit. Like, I was like making sure I followed. I was already following it, so I was like, all right, that's what's up. So I see it start to come through, and I might have to be one of your clients on that one, man. We could do a before or after story, you know what I'm saying? Do a series or something, because I got to get to work, you know what I'm saying, on this summer body. But Anthony Weston also joining us in the building was good. Definitely interested to hear from him on one of these first topics. So let's go ahead and jump into our roundabout. And starting off with NFL talk, not a lot of NFL news, but of course we're going to keep in touch with what is pretty much our favorite sport. I would agree. I would think on the panel and probably on the Slackers side too. So some news: Tyler Boyd joining the Titans on a 1-year, $4.5 million deal. And Strizzy, I was just going to ask you and also the Slackers, what are you thinking about the Titans' new offense? Obviously, they got the young quarterback Levis, but now they have Hopkins, who was over there already. They signed Calvin Ridley, now signing Tyler Boyd, Tony Pollard at running back. What do you think about the Titans' new look offense?
I think it's looking really good. You know, the funny thing, I've actually always really liked Tyler Boyd. I think he's a phenomenal receiver. He just kind of took, third fiddle to Jamar Chase and what's his face?
Higgins.
Yeah. So I think him going over there, I know D Hop's over there, but let's be honest, D Hop's getting a little old. Like I think he has a really, really strong shot at being the number 2 receiver behind Calvin Ridley. Yeah, man, this probably obviously they had Derrick Henry for the past couple of years, but from an overall offense standpoint, it's probably the best the offense has looked in years. You know what I'm saying? So I thought they were done, you know what I'm saying? But it looks like they're showing some life. So I actually like the moves.
Yeah, I agree. I think you're right. Derrick Henry being there, that was always the staple of the offense. 3 yards, a cloud of dust, kind of throwback NFL. Now I feel like this is going to be a little bit different now that they have basically like 3 veteran wide receivers and a solid running back for the young quarterback. So I like what they're doing. I think it's pretty cool. I always kind of like the Titans, like back to the Javon Curse days, and just they're kind of like a new thing. So I hope they do well. I want to see them do well. Anthony Weston says 100 wide receivers. Hopefully Levis can improve. They can battle it for third place with the Colts.
Very much.
For sure. But I think, I don't know. I do think that they'll be a little bit better. And it's funny, though, the Colts, the Jags, like that division, you never know. Like it's kind of up for grabs. The Texans, too. So it's actually kind of a pretty dope division.
I think Texans win hands down. And honestly, I feel like the Jags got worse.
True. Like if Trevor, even though Trevor Lawrence was the only rookie quarterback to get that 5th-year option out of that class,
Yeah,
he's kind of like
he's been all
started off
right.
strong and then leveled off. Yeah, so yeah, for sure. That's an interesting one though. We'll see how the Jags do this year. Another man, I mean, we got to talk about Rashee Rice. This popping up today. You know, we covered and talked about the racing and the 7-car crash that was like, you know, pretty crazy. But now he's being investigated in connection to an assault that happened over this weekend at a nightclub. I'm just like, man, like, just don't crash all the way out. Like, you think after that, like, just chill for the summer, you know, stay in, you know, just avoid conflict. But I'm thinking he was already going to be suspended, like at least like 6 games, 8 games.
They were saying half the season already.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yep. Yeah, it's wild, man. They're talking about suspending him already for half the season for the racing and the car crash and the, you know, walking away from the car crash, basically. But it just kind of just goes back to like who do you have around you, right? You know, we talk about, you know, Jamal Murray all the time and the decisions that he's made over the last, you know, year and a half or so. And I feel like Rashee Rice is kind of in that same boat. You know, when he walked away from that car crash, you know, he had a bunch of his boys with him, right? So, you know, I'd imagine he's not in a nightclub as well on his own. He's probably got those same people with him. And it just, you know, at some point in time, you'd hope one of your boys who has your best interest is like, dog, maybe we should just relax and chill for a little bit. Let's protect your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? If I'm one of his boys, you know, riding his coattails, I'm like, let's protect your money, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm benefiting from that. You know what I mean? Like, let's just, you know, watch out because, like, you know, if this comes out and it turns out worse than what, you know, we know it is, you know, so far, like, he might mess around and get released, man. Like, that's a lot of negative publicity in just a short amount of time. It'll be muted.
Oh, my bad. Just throwing into the comments real quick.
Yeah.
Anthony and Unk as well. And then Anthony Weston. Yeah, there's so much stuff to do here in Dallas. But yeah, I do want to add a third member of the panel, though, our brother Matt Marcus, and kind of get his opinion about this one as he jumps in. But
sure.
Thank you for being with us, brother. How you doing?
What's up, people? How y'all doing, man?
Good, man.
Sorry I'm late. It's Tuesday, you know, so we're here.
No worries, man. We appreciate you. Yeah, we appreciate you rocking on with us. But yeah, I don't know if you had heard about this Rashee Rice being investigated in connection with an alleged assault this weekend at a club.
No way.
Yeah, so that just came out earlier today. I guess that was like late Sunday, early Monday morning. So this is like now the second investigation on him in a little bit of time. So we talked about it.
Yeah, they're gonna do him like I said before. They're gonna do like they did Des Bryant and give him a babysitter. You know, he won't like it, but he'll keep his money in his pockets and him not being in jail. So I'm definitely giving him a babysitter. I'm saying anywhere he go, you be there with him. You know, so that's what I'm doing. This if they care about him, if they don't do that or look out for him, maybe they like we got Worley, we good then, so we don't need you. So we'll just see how they help him. You know. Because he's asked for help, so we'll see how he acts. So they don't try to help him, and they probably push him to the wayside, man. But you always get chances because you know Gordon, man, he got like 100 chances in the league. So true. I think he'll be okay with chances. So we'll see.
Yeah, especially I mean him just being a rookie, being so young, he's got a long career, hopefully ahead of him. And he had a great rookie year, so a lot of promise there. Hopefully,
is there a professional? Is there a market? Yeah, I'll be one. Pay me enough
that
money.
Would be legit.
I'm there. Hey, it might be something we can do. Shoot, be honest with you, man. Start agency with that, you know, because it's being funny though. It might help, you know, these guys. You get a good group of guys who really care about the sport and want to have it. You got to have time to, you know, that too. So yeah, I think it might be like the NFL players. I'm saying they have a family, but at the same time, they're doing their job. You know what I'm saying? So it might be in the market doing something like that too. So. I don't know, man. Maybe after wax we talk about that kind of stuff, man. So these guys need it, man. We love the sport, so why not?
Yeah, and I can see that for sure. I can see that. You know, it's true that there probably is a market for that somewhere, and you know what I'm saying, like having a good brother like you, Marcus, maybe to talk to help mentor. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? you never know how valuable that could be to somebody's career. So,
and you can't be like any kind because these guys are young. They're kind of younger than us, and they're a different generation. So you can't be like try to be like their dad and try to be like, hey, you can't be doing that. If you cool with it and like they see you care about them and you trying to look out for them, not trying to like make. You know what I'm saying, but it's like, hey man, you shouldn't be going out at night, man. You know what I'm saying? Stay here and be cool about it. But if you're trying to be their dad, then it's not gonna work. So
yeah, you got to be like a cool older brother or like a cousin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Stern, but still flexible. You know, so
yeah, exactly. Anthony West is joking. Who's volunteering for AB? Luckily, that ship.
too late.
Yeah,
AB can't be helped.
luckily that ship has sailed, but you never know. You might prevent the next version of that. So, some other interesting news: Rashad Penny joining the Carolina Panthers, hooking back up with Coach Canales. So I wanted to see, Strizzy, what you thought about this move, and also the kind of rumors now is it's making Miles Sanders expendable by the Carolina Panthers. Maybe he'll be on the trade block. What do you think about the addition and Sanders' future as well?
Man, our running back room is deep. Like it's super deep right now. Like we have a lot of talent in that running back room right now. So, yeah, I know Miles Sanders did really pop. You know, it sucks to say like he didn't pan out for us, but I feel like nobody really did last year with all the coaching struggles and stuff that we had last year. Like nobody we hoped would do well for us did well for us. So, he definitely is on the trading block. Maybe we get some picks for him. A lot of picks that we've lost in the last couple of years. But yeah, we drafted, the running back out of Texas. We still got a couple really good guys, and then we get, Penny, who's going to know the offense very, very well, who's been successful in it. So if he can stay healthy, of course, I think it's a good thing. But yeah, the running back room right now is just really, really deep, and we still have Chuba Hubbard there as well.
Yeah, true. As long as the rookie comes back healthy, which he's supposed to be cleared for training camp,
yeah, he is.
They're going to have a lot of firepower back there. So we'll see. Of course, with the news that Miles Sanders might be on the trading block, of course, it already coming out like people's opinions are kind of linking him to the Cowboys. Marcus, would that satisfy you a little bit? A Miles Sanders, Ezekiel Elliott 1-2 punch. Oh, I think you're on mute too. Okay.
My bad. I would say no because we got the other guy too. What's the other guy we got? I think it's still the F. Yeah, was he from the Falcons or something?
For running back?
Yeah, I forget. Is it Forsett or something?
Oh we Royce Freeman.
Freeman, I mean. So I'm saying I don't think that'd be 3 with Zeke. If we didn't have Zeke or Freeman, I would say yeah, but I don't think because we got the young kid Vaughn too. So I would say no.
Got you. Yeah, I'm interested to see. I don't know. I would be okay with it, but I feel like it would just be a move to kind of stretch and cover up for the fact they haven't done anything yet. So don't just do it just to do it.
And the type of back I think he would do good with the Chiefs, though. Like if they ain't signed McKinnon, I think whatever. But he's that type of running back out of the backfield type of guy. I think he'll work for them. But yeah, I don't think we run that type of offense with him.
Yeah, for sure. Anthony Weston mentioned we picked up the Mizzou running back too as an undrafted free agent, but that wasn't the main Missouri running back. That's not the one I wanted. I don't think. I think there was 2 running backs there coming out of that. But Anthony Weston, correct me if I'm wrong. Which one we picked up, but we'll see what impact that makes. That was pretty much it for football. Nothing too crazy going on. Just some things shaking out after the draft, and we have a little bit of time before like mandatory mini camps and stuff like that. So
is that Boyd up there going to Tennessee?
Oh yeah, that was the other signing today. We did mention that before you jumped on. What did you think about that? Adding that to their new weapons.
So they lost Higgins and Boyd? Because Higgins gone too, right?
No, I thought they re-signed Higgins and they have Chase too.
Oh, okay. Maybe I thought he was ready to get out of there. I thought he went somewhere else. You sure
Higgins isn't gone yet, but
okay.
I think he's still unhappy. I don't know if he wants to be there.
Oh, okay. I thought he
right. Like we'll see if he's going to hold out or not. But he wanted a new contract, basically.
So maybe he stays now though. You can't get rid of both of those guys. So I would say you keep Higgins. You good then.
Gotcha. Yeah, but Boyd, I think that'll help the young quarterback. They got a pretty solid wide receiver trio now for sure. So I think it'll be pretty cool. Anthony Weston, the main one, went to San Francisco. Okay, that's the one I wanted. But he might be a baller. We'll see. Stephanie Washington also joining the show. Welcome in, Stephanie. And And thank you for joining us for sure. Cody Strader, yeah, that's the one. I couldn't remember his name, but that's the one that I was hoping that somebody might keep up. All right, let's jump over to basketball. Big things popping with the Wolves versus the Nuggets. The Wolves up 2-0 and basically uh, beat down the Nuggets in last night's game. The big thing though on my mind, and we know now the news just came out, but Jamal Murray will not be suspended for game 3, but throwing the heat pack in frustration onto the court, basically almost throwing it at the ref. What did you guys think of this? And do you think he should have been suspended, or is a fine good?
Not suspended because it's the playoffs and you don't do that. You can't do another Draymond type thing. But I would say, I don't know. I might be leaning on him, but I'm like, I think he was probably frustrated, and when he would talk with something in your hand, like that's a bad call. Maybe it slipped out of his hand. That's the only thing I could think of. I don't think he would actually throw that thing. 'Cause I think if he actually threw it, it would have went farther than that. So I think he might have been like frustrated, and when he was talking with his hand, maybe it came out of his hand.
Yeah.
I don't think he would have hit somebody with that thing, and it would have been more than that. So,
Didn't he throw it twice?
No, it just like slid. Like I think he
Yeah.
threw it down and it went on.
Came out of nowhere too. So I would say definitely. I would give him. I might have found him like 15,000. You know what I'm saying? Just give him a little.
He got fined 100,000.
Oh shoot! God, so that's. I think that's even. I think that's cool. I think that's a, I won't say cool. That's a kind of a lot though. 100,000. That's like yeah. I really get suspended.
Yeah, I think it's because of the moment too, like the visibility. I honestly kind of thought he might get suspended, only because that is really like dangerous. Like that's kind of I don't know, but I did think it was interesting how the refs handled it, where they were like, we weren't sure where it came from.
Yeah.
We didn't really know if it came.
They could have did a replay. They
like,
wanted to know. They
come on now.
They could have seen it because we seen it. They replayed it and we seen what happened. So
exactly.
I don't know. I see Murray. He's very frustrated. I think he's been like a sore loser. You can tell he never. Like I'm saying, they got a champion last year, but he's not like a champion right now. So it just. I think it's one of those things. When one year you get a team that can get in there, they get on at the right time, they win. I think that's what they did last year. I think at the right time they won, but I think they got exposed. I think Jokic, he looks tired, man. He looks frustrated, and he looking like what's going on? You know, he can't get going. And for them to beat them that bad without Gobert, that's crazy. Like when you add him in there, they think what's going to happen at home? Like right. I don't think you got a shot. They might get swept, man. Like it's not they're not hitting shots, and they got the key. You don't take away Jokic at all, but you make him work for everything and take Murray out the game. With no Murray involved in the game, you can't win because they don't have anybody else to kind of get that spark. Gordon tried; he had the best game of his.
He tried, I think,
and they still lost. You know what I'm saying? So he can't do it again. You know, so I think that the series over. And the confidence of those guys, like you see the young guy number 9, he's smiling as he's playing defense on you. That's scary. Like he's laughing at y'all. And the confidence of Edwards, that guy is good, man. I'm sorry. I know we've been saying, but he's good. And you got Towns. He ain't played in 2 years. He come alive. So what can you do?
Now.
You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be hard to beat those guys. I think they go all the way, man.
I think so too. Strizzy, what are your thoughts on the series? The Nuggets, their frustrations.
Yeah, man, I texted my boy David last night. I was like, Nuggets about to get swept, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, Murray was super frustrated. He had a really, really bad game last night. So I think all of it was like a little bit of a mixture of just frustrations, right? Like, he had a really, really bad game. He was missing like everything. I feel like the refs did their best to keep the Nuggets in the game, and they still got mobbed. You know what I'm saying? So there's nothing they can do. Like you said, like they don't even have Gobert right now, which is, you know, going to make things a lot more difficult for Joker to kind of come in and do his thing. I do think game 3, though, I do think Joker has like a 40-point game. I think he does everything he can to keep them in it, but I still think it's not going to be enough. You know, like Marcus said, like, you know, Jaden McDaniels has been a monster on defense, man. Like he's one of the best wing defenders in the league right now, and he is really he's hassling Murray like big time. Like you said, laughing, he's smiling and stuff on defense. Like I know where you're going, dog. Like it's nothing. So. And Naz Reid came alive finally last night. Like he's been struggling the last couple of games.
Naz Reid, man, I'm gonna get his jersey. That dude,
yeah, man. Like he came alive. He came alive last night too. You know, he went through a little bit of a shooter slump the last like 2 games. So to get him back is huge. So I you know, obviously this is where coaching matters. You know what I'm saying? But I just don't see how Mike will get him out of this one. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see though.
And I love it. You know, I hate to be a hater, but like after how they did the Lakers so many times, and the Lakers were like so close so many times, where I'm like, oh man, we just need a few things to fall differently. Like I love seeing this happen to the Nuggets a little bit. I don't want to be too soon on it, but I also think this is the end of their, you know,
Yeah.
their moment.
yeah.
But that's what they get for trying all this, like we're the daddy, all this other stuff. It's like, no, like, you know, you made it the right time. Like last year, nobody was gonna stop y'all. We get that, but that's it for you. No more.
Yeah, because they didn't even dominate the Lakers though. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers should have won at least 2 of those games easily. You know what I'm saying? So they
Right.
didn't dominate them either. So it's showing the Wolves dominated the Suns. So
Oh
they
yeah.
did their job. So I just like I said, I just think it's gonna be kind of tough for them. I think when your confidence is gone, it's hard to get it back. But I think, like I said, they're gonna let Jokic do his thing, but they gonna dominate. 'Cause for them to put one person following Murray the whole game, they came in with a game plan. It's season 2. So and those guys, like those guys playing defense, they hitting threes too. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
they shots falling for them, and the way that Towns hitting threes is crazy. He had the ugliest shot, but it's going good. And another key factor of that team people don't talk about too much, you gotta watch it, is Anderson. He keeps that tempo going. Him and Conley.
Yeah. He's so
Those two
smart.
guys they're a big role. They don't score a lot and do like they do a little things to get these guys comfortable, get them in their spots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you try to stop their spots, and they gonna hit their shots too. So Conley and Anderson, they like 2 coaches on the court. So they
Right.
doing a great job too. But I think this is the game for the Nuggets to win because Gobert went there. So am I saying his name right? It's Gobert.
Gobert.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
I'm saying
Gobert.
his name wrong, but that was a game for them to do it, man. Like I said, he coming back with the vengeance. He got a kid now, so he gonna be
Right.
super happy, super jolly. You know what I'm saying? So it's
He'll
gonna be
be
hard
ready.
to stop those guys, man. Yeah.
I love it though. Yeah, I really do seeing how the Timberwolves are playing, because we did talk about that, like the size, but the versatility of Cat. Like when they made the trade for Gobert, it was like, is this really going to work? But if it does, what there's a big potential there. So and like you said, Anderson, I think, like, and Conley, like you said, those veterans, to give a nudge when you need to, slow it down when you need to, really control the game. That's like kind of like what Rondo's specialty too was like impacting the game without, you know, maybe not on the stats, but
Yep.
having those type of
They'll
vets,
show up on the box score. You know what I'm saying?
and everybody knows exactly their spot. Like everybody knows their place in the team. So there's no questioning who's the leader, but they all got, like, you know, something to bring. So it's pretty cool, man. I hope they make it all the way for sure. That'll be dope. And then to see what they build on. Anthony West says 2019 Raptors is the 2023 Nuggets.
Exactly, dog. Exactly what that was, man. It was the right time, right thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
I just
like you
can't see
said
them
too.
not making-
Yeah, I think niggas get a game. Though I don't think they'll get swept. I think they get a game. I think they get the game 4. I think they get that game because it's gonna be desperation. And then after you win 3 in a row, your head gonna be like, oh, we got these guys. You might get too relaxed. And those guys, they are a champion. They might do it. But like you said, the reason I don't like the Nuggets is the way how they coach and how they were talking about the Lakers. Like, I understand
Right.
you be competitive, but that daddy stuff and being like the Warriors or something. You're not that team yet. You know what I'm saying? So they was more respectful, and you can still be kind of going at the Lakers, but kind of respectful in a way too, because you're not there yet. When you get to that point where you won 3, then you can do that kind of stuff like that. I'm your daddy like that, but I ain't like how they was doing stuff too early, you know. And they their own teammate Reggie Jackson came out today and was like, yesterday, and said we got punked. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't do anything. I'm like, he's sitting in the locker room like, that's crazy, you know. So
Yeah, and he's probably saying what everybody feels, you know.
Yeah.
But it's crazy, especially when it's like, dang, they came out, they stole game 1, then they did you dirty game 2. It's like you're going the wrong way. You think, oh, that's gonna be their bounce back, it'll be okay. But we'll see. I'm excited to see game 3 how it goes though. If the Nuggets get a foothold, or if they put them down, that'll be really cool.
Yep.
Let me see. Let's move over to the other game in progress. I mean, the other series in progress. We got the Knicks and the Pacers. The Knicks got game 1, but the Pacers actually were close in that game without Halliburton doing much.
Yeah, he had a bad game.
What do you guys think of the first game of this series?
I think Pacers might win, dog. Like, the New York Knicks are having to do entirely too much, and Indiana, like, there was some bad refereeing in that last 2 minutes of that fourth quarter, man. There was some really bad refereeing. Not only that, Tibbs is playing his starters the entire game.
He always where's them out?
Dude, 3 points from the Knicks bench. And it's been like that the whole playoffs, not just that game. They're not going to keep being able to do that. Like, 40, 43 points a game from Brunson is just not sustainable, dog. Like, so I don't know, man. If the Pacers can just figure out how to get past them a little bit and finish these games, like I just don't see Knicks moving on. Like we might actually see Indiana in the Eastern Conference Championship, dude.
That would be pretty gangster, honestly.
Wild.
I agree with you though. Like the Knicks, it's not sustainable what they're doing right now. But Brunson continues to impress. He has had 40 in his last 4 games.
Yeah. Josh Hart too has been so impressive to me, dog.
Yeah.
Like he's been absolutely hooping, man. They are not what they are right now without Josh Hart. He's literally doing everything.
Right. And Anthony Weston asked, is Randall out for the playoffs? I think he's done
for the season,
right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's done for the season.
So Knicks winning the series in 6.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna win the series. Yeah. I just watching the Pacers, the way the game was going, how it was, they should have beat the Knicks pretty bad. And even though Bronson he's not gonna get 40 like every night. I think he's gonna average like 30, 32, so that's only 8 points difference. So I think the other guys they getting confidence too. And I think it depends on the game too. But I don't know, man. The Pacers when they play in the play-in against the Lakers, they look scared, like, oh man, it's gonna be a good team. But for some reason, it seemed like they lost that little edge they had, a little bit. So that Pacers team against the Lakers, they dominated the Knicks this game yesterday, but they didn't do that. So I don't think they're scary anymore. Turner doing dumb stuff, you know what I'm saying? Just don't have that thing. But like you said, if Halliburton come and play play well against Bronson, go back and forth, then I can see that happening. But I just think, I don't know. I think the Knicks gonna win the series.
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't even think the NBA wants this Pacers team in the Eastern Conference Championships. You know what I'm saying? I think it's gonna be Knicks Celtics, but Howie's got to play better. You know what I'm saying? Like I think he only had 4 dimes or something like that. Like, or the assists were really low. If he only had like 6 points or something like that, like he's definitely got to be better. And I think if he has a better game, that changes the Knicks defense too. So he just has to be better in general.
I think it might be great putting him over Bronson for the Olympic team too. It's like, what we doing? I don't know.
I think they still got 1 spot left though.
Bro,
Kawhi got that spot, right?
Oh, really? Oh,
I
dang.
No, Kawhi even sit his butt down. Like put Kyrie in.
He might not even make it because his injury. So it's still open, like you said. So you might be right.
Kyrie is like revamped. I think Kyrie has revamped his image to me, in my opinion, man. He's been so good lately.
But Kyrie too controversial. You can't put him on Olympic team. You know how
I know. That's the only reason he's not on it right now. He's better than so many dudes on there, and he'd be a veteran point guard presence. Like, man, Kyrie's just so damn good, man.
They're just too worried about him saying something crazy. That's it's still not that trust there.
Yeah.
You got there in Paris, he's talking crazy. You can't take him out now. It's like this is Olympic team, so you're stuck with him.
And he would wait till just the right time to say
send you home, dog.
He would do it at the perfect time. Let's see. Anthony West says, "I'm hoping the Knicks go." Pop says, "Trade Embiid. Sixers, please trade Embiid." Unk said, "Where to?" He said, "I could care less." Out of Philly, got to build around Maxey.
It's a question for Pops. When they got Embiid, did he like him? Do you like Embiid at all? Or when they got him, you was like, I don't want this guy. Or did it change when the Ben Simmons thing happened? Like, did he
was already on rocky ground.
Okay.
And the Ben Simmons blame did him in. I think that was that's where it really turned south for Pops. There was no coming back. That was the line, the bridge too far or whatever. But yeah, he always has been hard on Embiid for sure, even all the way since Kansas. So,
okay.
I'm with Pops. Reggie Miller's always been overrated to me.
Y'all stop that. How is he overrated? What are you talking about?
Miller,
he was great.
If
Reggie Miller,
I'm not saying he was bad. I'm not saying he was bad. I just think he was
overrated. If he played in this league right now, Reggie Miller, Steph Curry wouldn't be close. Reggie Miller's a better shooter, like an actual shooter in his day to me. Like, come on, overrated? I don't think he's overrated. I think he was a great player.
I think he was definitely a great player. I mean, revolutionary for the threes. Yeah. Because he just did shoot him at he didn't shoot him more. He shot him at a higher clip. If
you get Reggie Miller 15 a game, 3 points, like back then it wasn't even a thing. Like, you got to throw it inside. You get him right now, man. Come on, dog. This dude made 9 points in 3 seconds.
Right.
on,
It would
man.
be crazy to see him in this NBA where the attempts are just like, they just throw up the threes.
They shoot more threes than they do layups and mid-range jumpers.
Exactly. And
I
so
do
it's
agree
even
with
like
Pops
that
there.
though. It's even like that though with like Larry Bird too. Like he was a great 3-point shooter, but he just hit like 2 out of 3 or whatever, but he would not shoot them a lot.
Yeah.
But Pop says, what did he win? No, he didn't win anything.
But
I think though,
it's a lot of people didn't win when Jordan was in there. It was hard.
no, yeah, that's true.
That was tough.
Yep.
But it is funny though. So like Unc bringing up the Reggie Miller thing, and Reggie Miller did like make some comments or was like kind of they were talking about how he was like, oh, telling the Knicks fans like, oh, the boogeyman's coming back. I'm like, like that was a dope moment. Like, don't get me wrong, that was a dope moment in the NBA. But also, like Knicks fans, I don't think he haunts their dreams or nothing like that. Like they're not worried about him. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
If it was like more of like a
back.
Western, yeah. If it was Western for the Eastern, then yeah. But y'all both in the East. Y'all both had to go to the championship and play, so it wasn't like that.
Yeah, I agree.
But it's a good rivalry, though. I think it's a good rivalry. I don't know, but I still think the Heat, maybe the Heat Knicks is more than the Pacers Knicks. You think?
I think so. The Heat Knicks is a bigger rivalry than the Pacers Knicks.
Oh, monsters, yeah, big time. Absolutely.
I think even like the Knicks, like everybody's their kind of rival because everybody wants to go to Madison Square Garden and ball out. So
yeah,
they get a lot of good performances.
I think the Miami-Boston rivalry has still carried over, even back to like the LeBron Wade days, and even now, like we've played them so often and we've faced them in the Eastern Conference Finals so many times. I think that's a little bigger. But you go back to the '90s, man. That Heat Knicks rivalry was something else. That shit was crazy.
They fighting, like they fighting.
It was boxing. Like
for real.
That rivalry was fun.
And I'm gonna let it go, but I was gonna answer Unc on that. He said Ray was good, but I prefer Ray. But to me, Ray Allen wasn't his first 10 years. To me, he wasn't that 3-point shooter like that. He was more of a dominant best player on the team. But when he got older, like went to the Celtics, he didn't have that bounce no more and things. He had to figure out, like he'll tell you, he had to figure out something to stay relevant. So 3-point shooting was his thing. So he's always a great shooter. So he just took it to another level. But I think Reggie Miller was always a 3-point shooter. I think that was his thing, So I don't know if I put Ray Allen, even though his record shows, but I think his style of play was more with the Milwaukee Bucks and with the Supersonics. He wasn't like a 3-point shooter. He was like a scorer.
Like a star. Yeah,
like a star for those guys. So, but he still shot the ball well though. So
yeah, I love that point though because it's true though. Ray Allen really did have like 2 different careers, like the first like 8-10 years, and then that evolution of like I'm gonna stay in this league. I'm gonna make it a long time. So I think that's a great point.
Yeah, Ray Allen got some posters on some dudes.
Wow.
that a lot of people forget about. He was dunking on it. He was dunking on dudes.
That Milwaukee team with Sam Cassell, him and Glenn Big Davies, like if they had a guy, a Vin Baker, like a more younger at that right time, that team would have been a problem. But they just had no bigs, you know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of too late. And Sam was a little older too, but that Glenn Robinson and them was a nice team though.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree with that. That was a great squad back in the purple Bucks jerseys. Pop says Allen's big shot won a championship. That's true.
Yeah.
When they got the rebound and they kicked it back out.
That was amazing for his feet to be back there too. It could have been like a Kevin Durant. That little toenail could have been on there, could change the whole game.
Right.
But that whole series. That I remember, I wasn't watching it. I was doing something. I remember on the radio listening to it. I'm like, damn, we lost to the Spurs. And I said, oh, wait, like hit the shot. I'm like, what? So I run home and see how it happened. I was like, that's crazy, man.
Bro. I was watching with my boy David. I was turning it in, dog. I was packing my bags.
Even
I was getting up.
They brought the trophy out too, right? That game, right? And then trophy come out.
It was like in the hallway already.
In the tunnel, yeah, they seen it. So
yeah, they said,
it's crazy though, but that even the impact on LeBron's legacy, that's a whole different way. But one thing I do love about that, though, I hate to be a hater, but the way the Spurs came back the next year and Tim Duncan's like, oh, we ain't going to play around this time. We're not going to let him off the hook this time. And then they dogged him. Like, it was like payback for that. Like, it was
Kawhi
crazy.
was balling to that series, though. Kawhi, he stepped into himself to that series. But
yeah.
I
think that was.
You talk about somebody playing some defense on LeBron.
Man.
That was good stuff. I love it. Okay, let's do a couple quick previews of these next series. Thunder Mavs. That one starts tonight.
That's gonna be good. I ain't watched the first round, but I'm excited about the second round. Like this, I think was last year was the first time in a long time we seen we didn't know who would win. Because it was going through the Warriors and Cavs. Is it last year or the year before that was the first year we didn't know who was going to win?
I think like more last year was more like when we were like, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, we did. There was like not a clear cut.
Yeah, so I think this is another year. We like, especially when Denver in trouble right now. We don't really know who's going to do it. So I'm excited to see it, man. I think this is going to be a great series. Like they match up well. I want to see how they go, man. Because Thunder win this series, man. The Thunder and the Wolves might be the next generation for us, man. So
exactly, it's like the youth. It's like the youth takeover, and I do think that the Thunder have the better team, but it will come down to like those clutch moments. And
Kyrie, man,
Kyrie's going to be a difference. Also, though, Max Kleber, he's a sneaky X factor for Dallas on defense, but he's out, so I think that might kind of hurt them. But I don't know. I think this is going to be a really good series, though, unless Luka just figures something out and can really like the way he did against the Suns in the past. Like if he really figures it out offensively and they can get a bucket every time, I don't know, but I'm excited to see Holmgren in this series too, though, how he plays being a youngster in the playoffs. So I think it's going to be good. But Strizzy, you favor the Thunder?
Yeah, I'm favoring the Thunder, right? I'm favoring the Mavs actually right now. I think the Thunder can actually. I think the Thunder can beat them. They have the better team, but I think at the end of the day, right now, Kyrie is playing like Kyrie played when he was playing with LeBron, dog. Like defensively too. Like people forget how good defensively Kyrie is. He's such a good defensive player
when he gets locked in.
Yeah, when he's locked in, man, he's so good. I think what's gonna go ahead, Marcus. I was gonna say, I think struggling wise, I think what's gonna help the Thunder is Lou Dort. He's gonna guard Luka. I think a lot of this. He's a very, very, very good defender.
Dort still over there. I ain't watched no OKC. He's still over there. I didn't know he was still on the team, man.
Yeah, Dort's still over there. Yeah, man. He's been a beast too. He's been hooping, man. So
their little Swiss Army knife kind of player.
And Jalen Williams is playing well. I think the Thunder in general, like they're another one of those teams that's like, if Shai for whatever reason's not on. Chet's been good, and Williams has been good too. Jalen Williams, they've been really, really good too. And but I heard like one of the biggest things is that they're gonna let Giddey shoot. So they're gonna be kind of probably double teaming Shai a little bit and just letting Giddey just stay up on the perimeter and stuff like that. So we'll see how that works. So, but I think Mavs got it, man. I think right now, Kyrie. I think the biggest thing is Kyrie's happy. Like we ain't seen Kyrie happy in a long time, and dude looks happy, and he's. That shot he hit on PJ on the Clippers the other night was Chef's kiss, dog. I was like, Kyrie's back, bro. Like he's
hooping, the big lean back.
Yeah, he hooping, bro. Like,
hey, we may have to turn the comments off from Pops and Uncle here. They talking some crazy stuff over here.
They talking crazy.
I'm saying you gotta see that their messages the rest of the day. It's because I turned them off. They talking crazy. LeBron not even a GOAT. Like what's going on over here, man? What you talking about? Don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. Don't leave LeBron. Leave your name out your mouth, man. We all good.
That's so funny, though. That is good stuff. I do remember when they were complaining about the heat, though, in the Spurs in the air conditioning when they didn't turn the air conditioning on.
But
they did that on purpose or what?
Yeah, I can see what they're saying when it pops as a fake injury. I don't think he was a fake injury. I think he really was. He was fighting for his life for them, but he was the only one who was hooping. Like Bosh and Wade didn't like come and play that series.
So no, Wade was injured. Wade was actually
injured. I'm saying LeBron was playing overtime. I think he was. I think he was doing the most. And then the way he was looking, he did like he was faking. Like I said, what's wrong with him? He looked like he's doing the most, but I think he was probably hurt. He just didn't know how to react to it. You know what I'm saying? I think it came out of nowhere. But yeah, they were wearing them out. I was like, wow. I didn't see it coming though, man. So, but yeah, I don't think he was faking. I just think it was just a lot going on. He didn't grow up with that.
I don't think it was faking. I think it's just too much for him. Like Wade was actually out, and Bosh wasn't helping too much
at all.
And I think, a healthy young Kawhi Leonard. I remember that clip where Kawhi comes in when Bron's shooting a free throw, and Bron's like. But that's
not even real. That wasn't real, man. They trying to make it like he didn't care about that. I think it was something else. He didn't see Kawhi. He didn't count. Come on, y'all.
He was on.
If we go to that full thing, it wasn't because I know you're talking about that, but he wasn't scared like that. Y'all stop that, man.
We're gonna have to go break down old clips.
Yeah, I'm somebody do it, man. Cause come on, man.
We might have to, dog. He was on him.
The timing was too perfect. How I did that. Like it was too perfect. Like it wasn't real, man.
Oh man. Oh man. Okay, the other one. This is the one I worry about the least. I'm not tripping. I know Boston should wash Cleveland, but
Yeah.
is there any chance? Can Donovan Mitchell average 50? I mean, what would have to happen for them to win the series?
He basically did that tonight. He was hooping, but Boston's just too good. Derek White just went off in the third quarter. I don't know if you guys watched the game.
Wait, the game already over with?
Yeah, it's already
Yeah,
over.
they started at 4.
Oh,
Yeah.
dang. So it
Yeah.
was a blowout?
Yeah. Yeah, blew him out game 1. Derek White had a really good game. Jaylen Brown had a really good game. Jason Tatum still isn't even really having to do anything. Like, he's just kind of there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's funny. Like, he definitely has not been their best player, but he hasn't had to be. Like, they just have so many options to go to, and when somebody's not on, 3 other people are. You know what I'm saying? So, and Porzi's out still. So, Cleveland stands no chance. I don't think Boston's even going to be even somewhat challenged until they play the Knicks. And primarily
that's gonna hurt them too.
The Knicks are defensively.
That's gonna hurt the Boston because they ain't no competition to the last minute.
It's gonna bother them. Honestly, I hope the Knicks get them somehow. I hope somehow the Knicks get them. I want to see them out. I want to see them out so bad, and I want to see them get back to the championship.
Me neither. But and that would be cool. The Knicks. I don't know. I think that would be gangster to like that rivalry too, and especially because like it's just a train ride away back and forth. Like like their fans will be out there, so I think that would be pretty tight. But yeah, I didn't have a chance to update it after the game, but 120-95. That was kind of finishing up as we were coming on. So, yeah, but I just don't want Boston to win it. That's my thing.
I also too, some of these undrafted players, Max Strus, should have never left Spo, dog. I'm sorry, man. Like some of these guys, it just goes to show just how good like Spo is at putting dudes in the right places and getting them open shots and all these fun things, because Cleveland just has not been able to do the same thing with Strus. And I know better coaching, but same thing with my boy Gabe in LA. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like coaching plays a big role in it. You know what I'm saying? It plays a big role in it.
That I was gonna say, I'll put Gabe Vincent in that category as well. But it might be a little unfair because he really was so injured this year. He never got a chance to really play. But I agree with you totally. It's like there are certain players. Even I go all the way back to Gordon Hayward from Utah. Like you don't leave like what made you, like where you came up. Like
for sure,
there's something about that where it's like it's just not the same. But
for sure, even oh man, what's Jerry Sloan. Jerry Sloan is a point guard coach. Like if you're a point guard and you play for Jerry Sloan, like you're gonna be phenomenal. And Deron Williams, same thing. As soon as he left, he was unhappy and left Utah, same thing. Just downhill. You know what I'm saying? Just downhill ever since. So sometimes like stick around where you're playing well. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. All right, that's what's up. I think we'll leave it right there. But yeah, Thunder Mavs tonight, or it just started, I think, right now.
Started.
Yeah, so that'll be cool. I'm gonna try to catch a little bit of that a little bit later. But that's our big thing right now, basketball for sure. And kind of talking basketball as well. The WNBA, Caitlin Clark, making her big impact already. They said that the WNBA ticket sales are up 95% this year, which is, I don't even know, like, how does that add up? You know what I'm saying? Basically, like doubling. But that has to do with our other rookies as well. And of course, like Angel Reese, Cardoza, them coming in and kind of building that excitement and bringing that excitement with them. But they did say, though, specifically the Indiana Fever road games are selling out, including the first one that we have a clip there from there. They played against the Dallas Wings. They sold out their preseason game. That's their first sellout in the history of their franchise. So that's pretty crazy to sell out a preseason game and based on an away player. So she's definitely bringing a lot of attention with her, as well as the youngsters. It was pretty interesting. They were supposed to live stream both the Fever's preseason game and Chicago Sky's preseason game, but for whatever reason, they pulled the plug on. They weren't set up to do the Angel Reese and Camila Cardoza game. So a user went on X and actually streamed from like the second row at the game and reached like a peak of 470,000 people watching this live stream of just some random person that was at the game because it wasn't streaming anywhere. So it's definitely kind of a new day. Like we've been talking about, the WNBA, they got to capitalize on this time right now. And one thing that already has changed, which would be interesting, is they're going to charter flights now, which I don't think. I mean, again, that's really super cool. That they're going to be having like their own team flights now. Something that they probably could have afforded before, but now I think the
Right.
new attention on them, they're like, all right, we got to start making some changes and kind of getting some things up to par. So
Yeah.
that's one change.
Wait. You saying they never had their own planes?
No, so the only thing that they would do is they would charter planes when they played like during the playoffs, like for the final couple series when they would play back to backs and have to be going far. But no, like up until now, they're just flying
What?
commercials. Yeah.
No way! I never knew that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
So
they never did that. This whole time they've been in the WNBA, they never had their own flights.
no, and so it's been a thing like the last like 5-6 years, like right before COVID and then right after, where when they were coming back up, and there was a big thing of like, okay, like can we get our own flights now? Can we get some charter flights? And the ownership group, they weren't trying to come out of pocket enough. That's when they made the agreement. What they said, okay, well, if we're playing back to backs in the playoffs, we will fly you on charter because we need a quicker schedule instead of having to go with the commercial flight. But no, until then, until this year is going to start. So, I think all eyes are on the WNBA right now. They got to do kind of step their game up. So
For
hopefully
sure.
they don't fumble this opportunity.
Yep. I'm actually going to the game. Them and the Sparks is Friday. It's a preseason one, but I'm going to the actual game later on, I think in June.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You did a tour. You did your tour down there or whatever. Or?
Yeah.
That's
I want
what's up.
to do the Fever. I want to do the Sky though too, and the Fever. I want to catch both.
Yeah, that would be dope. But it's going to be a hot ticket for sure.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, with their ticket sales going up like that. But hopefully this boost of income, attention, revenue streams will keep things going. And it is crazy though. Another thing that they were doing, the Mambasita Foundation, Kobe's foundation, and the one that they kind of sprung off for Gigi too, is celebrating because she would have been turning 18 this year, and
That's
she would have
great.
been going into college. She would have been basically like picking where she was going to be playing college at this
USC.
point. Yeah, more than likely USC. But it's just crazy to think about that. Like, but I'm glad that they continue to kind of carry that forward and doing some different things for her. So that's really cool.
I hate even thinking about that, but you got to sometimes imagine how good she would have been. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, going to college,
Oh,
like
yeah.
man, Kobe would have had her right, right now. So
And with all the buzz like around it's going right now, it would have been like the
Oh, I
peak
know.
time for her to hit college ranks. Like that's crazy. So
Women's college basketball is bigger right now than men's college basketball.
for sure, and bigger than the
is.
WNBA. But
Yeah.
that's why they got to take this and run with it, man. They got
Absolutely.
to really
It would've
put it
been-
together.
Don't fumble this.
yeah, it would have been Gigi and Juju, man. I know it would have been so dope. Like that's
Yeah.
crazy.
For sure. So we'll see though. The WNBA season starts. I think it's like the 15th or something like that. So in a couple weeks here. But
Mhm.
Strizzy, we'll have to get you reporting live from the Sparks game or get a little content from that. Seeing
Sure.
Cameron Brinken #2 pick. So
Yeah,
let us
man.
know how that goes.
I'm
Last topic for today. Did want to talk about the Canelo and Munguia fight. There was some fireworks before the fight happened at the presser where Oscar De La Hoya basically called out Canelo and basically said, put some respect on my name. And then Canelo went out there and washed Munguia, knocked him down. Basically,
Yeah.
was no
I forgot to
contest.
watch it, man. It wasn't close.
No, Canelo
No.
outclassed him. Like, it wasn't even close.
The TKO or they did the whole fight.
No, they did the whole fight. And actually,
Okay.
I got to see what the score was. I'll pull up the score real quick, but it was basically just domination. And I did want to hear your guys' thoughts on the De La Hoya, like if you've seen the De La Hoya little rant.
Yeah.
I haven't
So-
seen it. I'm gonna go back and watch it. But I thought De La Hoya and Canelo was together. They're not together no more.
No, they've been
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, so that was what it was about. Is like they did have their bad breakup, and Canelo went his own way. And so basically, De La Hoya was saying, "Don't forget who made you. Like the first 10 years of your career. Like don't forget who brought you up and put you on this stage, kind of thing." And Canelo wasn't having it. So
Well, Canelo, he at that point in his career that he's better than you. Like he's more powerful than you. So I could see him doing that. You know what I'm saying? So he's at that level. He can do that. Maybe when he fought Mayweather around that time, he couldn't do that. But he didn't put his time in. He made that for himself. So you might have, of course, you should make it. You got him that way he's at. You helped him get there, but it makes you look even more better not to be saying what you're saying. So you know he's better than you. That's why you're doing stuff like that. So you just chill out with that, man. Oscar, stop. He definitely was overrated. Definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree, and it's funny because like they both have like the same point, which is like you wouldn't have been as successful with me without me. Because it's true, Canelo helped his promotion too. Like De La Hoya was making money off Canelo going in there and fighting, and his buzz coming up. So I get that he opened some doors, but Canelo, we can see his skill and where his destination as a fighter was going.
Yeah. Canelo's still got to go out there and fight these fights.
right. So.
Wait, so TMT is not around no more? He's not with he's not doing tank stuff no more?
No.
Mayweather Productions is done?
No, they broke up too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he still shows up like at fights, but he's not promoting the same way, which really sucks because I do feel like there was a big opportunity there for him. Like Mayweather could have been like the next Don King of boxing, like for the new generation. And like who, like especially like American fighters growing up here, like who wouldn't want to go work with Floyd? Like,
yeah, for sure.
But he tried that with like Adrian Broner and Tank, and like it just kind of wasn't coming together right. But I do think that was a missed opportunity because it's like instead of worrying about these exhibitions and going to fight in Japan and making $5 million just for like a silly kickboxing, get you some fighters, build your camp back up, and he could stay in the gym with them because that's what he still loves to do. So I wish that would have worked, but yeah, it's gone. Sucks.
Is it too late to come back though?
No, I don't think so. I think the right fighter, the right opportunity.
Maybe Mayweather can't be involved so much. Maybe just stay in the gym part, but he was trying to probably do too much in the money and stuff too. So maybe just be the mascot, the pump guy, and then go from there. Maybe he got too emotional into it because he's very emotional guy too. So
he is, and with all that money and all of the luxury that he loves, like I can see him getting tired of it to the grind, where he's like, you know what, maybe I don't need to be, saying there all the time. So, but yeah, I think that would be really cool. I still enjoy the fight game, but there's still a lot of work to be done as far as like unifying belts and like making fighters fight because it's still kind of a pick and choose kind of game, and so many people are just chasing the money. So, that's the one thing UFC has over that.
Yeah, and maybe Roger was still alive too. It might have kind of made him balance, but maybe Roger leaving because that was his whole thing too. So maybe that kind of made him not be as passionate.
For sure. So, that's pretty much it though. Solid show like always, but really appreciate y'all taking the time. And anything else? I don't know what we got to get ready for this weekend. I don't know what's coming up this weekend. I was gonna see, but.
I don't know if I missed it last week or maybe you're going to do it towards the end, but I seen that it came so fast, the Sebastian, the book drive thing.
Thank you for reminding me about that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for reminding me about that. I'm going to put the link back up in our bio, and we'll put the link on the video as well. But yes, we are starting the book collection again for Sebastian. Every year, June 3rd through the 14th, we give out books basically in honor of my nephew, Sebastian. So we're going to be doing that again, but this year he actually is his 10th birthday, which is crazy how fast time flies. So kind of what the foundation is doing and Moms is kind of leading this effort is they're going to have 10 different libraries in different NICUs around the valley. And so the NICU is like where the little babies stay when they're born prematurely. And so there's going to be libraries there to where, the parents can get books out of the library and read to their children when they're there at the hospital. So that should be pretty gangster, and we're going to stock all of those libraries with different books. So there's an Amazon wish list if you want to buy books to donate and help us put those libraries out there. So
yeah, send me a link too. I'll put it on my social media too so people can see that. So I didn't do it last year, but you never know who will see that, who they can help. People. That's a hard thing to do. So I think you see other people going through that and been through it. You know what I'm saying? They might be able to relate. So I think that'd be good for us to like show that on our thing.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. For sure. And my sister has been a warrior. She is very super strong. And, she's transitioning into that phase of like, she had people there for her and now how can she be there for others? So it's super dope to see what she does every year. And with it being 10 years, it's pretty special, but it's crazy. How time
10
flies,
years. So. That's crazy. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought he was in the middle. I didn't know he was older than August. So
August came right behind him.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the older brother, and he's watching out for all of us. So we really appreciate that, man. And thank you for reminding me. So I'll make sure we get that link out there, and until next week, you know, and we're talking about 250. We're gonna have to do something special for 250 as well. So we're gonna put something together for that. But until then, until next time, it's your boy A-Dub.
And your boy Strizzy.
Taco Tuesday, man. Let's go get the pork tacos, baby. Let's go.
And you say the truth.